Yo. We're here because I spoke when I regretted. This is Gamebound. And we're playing a game called Monsterhearts. I am already regretting suggesting this game, given the interesting nature of it. But we're gonna tame it. We're gonna rein in the beast a little bit here. So Monsterhearts is a game about horny teenage monsters. That's what it's about.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, and so what we're gonna kind of change the tagline of this a little bit. We're gonna say this is a game about hormonal teenage monsters. Because that's the sort of word we would use in the place of, it kind of sends a different message. And so there will be hormones flying, I'm sure, but we're not going to be as overtly sexually explicit with the content of the game as the rules of the game are. And obviously, if you know us at all and you're watching this, you would know that we wouldn't go there anyway. But we were interested in this game, teenage monsters, kind of, Twilight-esque sort of stuff going on. But we wanted to rein it back.
People were interested in this game.
Hey, Seth, you acquiesced, so
yeah, I did.
you could have forbid us from playing it. I could have said I'm uncomfortable. But here we are. This is Monsterhearts, and we're gonna tame the beast and dive into character creation. We're gonna make some monsters, some teenage monsters who have to deal with their darker sides, their darker, edgier sides. As you can see on the Roll20 here, we have a very dramatic picture of an apple with water droplets on it. This is the sort of drama you should expect from this game. I haven't had a chance to really look over the rules a whole bunch, so we're gonna kind of take it slow, take it one step at a time here. We'll go through the rules as we need them in terms of character creation and game creation and all that stuff, and just work through what we're going to be doing here. This is session 0, basically. I think we already kind of had a conversation about like what we are comfortable with in terms of the actual way we're going to play the game. So we're going to tone it back a bit, and we'll dance around some move names here and all that jazz.
Just
yeah, exactly. One main thing to point out as we begin the game is, all the character sheets have what's called a sex move on them, right? And specifically, it's like if you have sex with another character in the game, NPC or otherwise, this is something that happens. Obviously, we don't want to go there, and so we're gonna reframe that move to be for all the characters to be when you go on a date with someone, right? This is the special thing that happens.
Didn't we say we changed it to a romantic moment?
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, a romantic, intimate moment of some sort. Yeah, that makes sense. We should probably like have a very specific wording we do though.
Yeah. So
I don't know if romantic.
I don't feel like you have to go on a date with somebody to have a romantic moment.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah. I just it should be more than because just romantic moment could be a lot of things.
Sure.
Right.
That's true.
So it needs to be a little bit more intense than that. When you have intimate one-on-one time. Let's say that.
Okay.
Right? Emotional, physical, whatever it is.
This is sounding like The Bachelor, and I love it.
We just had such an intimate one-on-one time. Like,
Can I steal you for a second?
Yeah. What were you gonna say, Seth?
I was gonna say, is this more Bachelor than Made RPG though?
It's going to be more Bachelor than Made RPG, I think. It's not going to be as overly weird as Made RPG.
I'm not going to be an old lady with a bazooka?
No, exactly. You'll have control over your character. There's a particular... We're not rolling randomly for literally everything. Though I do want to play Made RPG again at some point. I know we're going to do it with Emily as the GM, which will be hilarious and fun.
Oh my gosh.
But let's go ahead and just... I'm going to open the character... or the game here, and we'll get started. We'll figure out how to begin this craziness. Let's see here. Where does the character creation stuff start in the rules here? We don't need to do that stuff. Just kind of scanning through. A lot of this is like they do a whole bunch of stuff like before you start the game, here's stuff to talk about, but like it's all just like stuff we've kind of already been through. Or stuff that we wouldn't necessarily care about anyway. Let's see. Season advances. No, we don't need that. Preparing to play. Here we go.
Really strong start, I feel like.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Explain premise and roles. Once your group has arrived and is settled, start things off by explaining the premise of the game. I think we already kind of did that. So you introduce your own rule as the MC. Obviously, I am the MC, the game master of the game here. I will not be playing a particular player character. I'll be playing all the characters. All the other characters. Let's see. Each of you is going to create a character, a teenage monster of some kind. This is your main character, and your role is to play them with curiosity and fierceness. That's what it says there.
Oh my gosh.
Let's see here. Don't need to go through that. Yeah, we can probably make our own small town. Coming up. Okay, pick skins. Here we go. Hand out the skins that you brought with you. That's like the playbooks. They're called skins. I'll go ahead and go through each of them and read out the italicized sections in melodramatic over the top voices. That's what it says to do. Let's see here.
I mean, I think we already all know which ones we picked.
Do we? Have you guys picked them already?
Yeah. We've
Okay,
already-
cool. Sorry, I didn't know that. I thought
I
knew
want
that
to
Emily.
read out my part.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's have each of you read out your the italicized sections of your playbooks. It should be on that skins and reference handout that I
Yeah.
gave you.
Yeah, I got it.
It just took me a while to find. I didn't realize you had first sent 2 PDFs. So
Got it. Yeah. So Seth, go ahead and start off yours. What's the name of your skin?
I am the Hollow.
The Hollow.
They set out to make something from nothing. It's not clear whether they succeeded or not. See, it turns out there's a lot of gray area between something and nothing. You're alive, but you're not real. You don't have a soul. You don't have childhood memories because you don't have a childhood. You don't have parents. You have makers. And those makers forgot to give you a place in the world.
Nice.
As soon as I read that, I'm like, I gotta go with it. The edge is
Suitably.
just too good.
Suitably dramatic. Suitably dramatic. Sounds good. Emily, what are you gonna be?
I am the vampire.
Very nice.
I am beauty eternal. I am the darkness that everyone wants to taste, but no one dares understand. It's there in my eyes, my carefully chosen words, and my every gesture. I no longer have a soul. Some vampires revel in that fact. Their afterlife a tapestry of hedonism and exsanguination. Others hate the evil in their skin, solemnly vowing to a chaste and lonely existence. Either way, someone suffers. The choice is mine.
Nice. And Alyssa, who are you?
I am the ghost.
Ooh, I thought you were gonna play the werewolf. Okay.
No, I changed my mind. I'm gonna be the
Awesome.
shy ghost character.
Sounds
I'm gonna
good.
change it up from my normal abrasive character to the more shy character.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
that'll
sure.
help. I think that'll help rein me in a little bit.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Okay. You used to have a future, growing up as a painful tumblet at times. But at least you were growing. Now you only have a past, unfinished business to take care of before you leave this world behind. Life is precious. You understand that. Now you've lost now you've lost yours. You just want to help. You just want to be seen, but sometimes even the simplest desires feel difficult to grasp. Ghosty ghost, you're dead.
People who made this game must love playing rogues in D&D.
Cool stuff. All right. You have chosen your skins. Let's see. Choose your identities. Your identity has 4 components: name, look, eyes, and origin.
Where are these?
So if you look on the Roll20 here, you should have an option, I think. Let's double check this.
Go?
Oh yeah, there's my look.
Does it have
I don't
it
see
on
where I
there?
can put eyes. Is that just with
Yeah.
look at this?
That must just be with.
Okay,
look.
yeah. So it doesn't have the what you can choose listed on what is it called? On the Roll20, but it should have it on the reference sheet. The 2 ones you can choose. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, right. There's an identity part on the second page of each of those on the top left. Right, so like for you, Alyssa, it's forlorn, scared, stuffy, out of place, brooding.
Right, I see it.
Yeah. So go ahead and scan through those options. And you don't have to like say them out loud what you're choosing, but we'll take a moment for you guys to choose those, and you can read them off as you do them.
I'm gonna be out of place for sure.
I mean, I already have all mine chosen. Should I read everything out?
Yeah, go ahead.
My name is Zaf Tresnor. My pronouns are dude.
Okay. Okay.
Look, they gave me an option to choose, so
I mean, sure, okay.
Look is smoldering, thirsty eyes. Origin, newly reborn.
Very nice. What does that even mean, though?
Newly reborn?
Oh, okay, you said it sounded like you had a G in there, and I was like really confused. Newly reborn. I was like, I don't know what that means.
Oh.
Newly reborn. Okay, so
I was confused when you said I had a G in there. I was like, I don't even know where the G would be. Newly reborn.
That's what I heard anyway. So can you say that again? Sorry, I was looking at stuff.
Which part? All of it?
All of it. Yeah, go ahead and list it all again. I didn't hear it.
My name is Zaf Tresnor.
Okay. And you're a dude, right? Yeah, you just said that. Yeah.
My pronoun is dude, so
okay.
yes.
Sounds good.
Look is smoldering with thirsty eyes, and origin is newly reborn.
Cool. Alyssa, Seth, you guys yours?
Do we pick 2 looks or?
You pick one name, one look, one eyes, and one origin.
Do we have to pick a name from here?
No.
Okay, good.
No,
just
they did not give me Zaf Tresnor.
Okay, I was making sure. Wait, where do you put eyes?
I just put it in look.
Just put in look.
Okay.
I don't know why it doesn't have an option for it, but
Okay. My name is Iceland. I don't remember my last name.
Okay.
I look out of place with pained eyes, and I was left to die.
Sounds good.
Okay, give me a second. I'm still writing stuff in.
You good?
So my name is Greejeed, which Gree means gray, and Jeed is an anagram for edge.
Gray
my
edge.
My pronouns is worthless. My look is disheveled. I have vacant eyes, and my origins are a failed experiment. If we're going in, we're going in.
Yeah,
man.
all right. I'm into it. All right, we got to establish setting. If you've already introduced a small town, skip this step. Otherwise, it's time to establish more details about the setting. Now that we have a broad sense of who the main characters are. Start by getting input from the players about what setting details are already implied or required by virtue of the skins chosen. So, all right, we got a hollow, a vampire, and a ghost. Are there anything that is there anything that jumps out immediately based on those things that need to be true about this town we live in?
There's at least one other vampire because I was newly turned.
Sure, yeah. So your protege is in town somewhere.
There's a science lab somewhere around since I'm a failed experiment.
Okay. Let me list this in the rule 20 so you don't forget. Another vampire lives here. And a science lab exists. Cool. I'm trying to find your sheets here so I can see if there's any other information that it tells you about each of these. Let's see. So you're okay, you don't have a past, you're struggling to imagine your future. So you're just like a blank space, Seth.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, okay, interesting. But obviously it's like a failed experiment. So you were some sort of experiment gone wrong, Stranger Things style, right? And you were left without an identity. Okay, cool. I mean, that sounds like we just have to kind of figure it out as we go. What do they mean?
I'm fine for some improv.
Yeah. Let's see. Vampire and Ghost are pretty obvious. I mean, is there anything that we know immediately about Ghost, Alyssa? How you died or anything that's immediately obvious about the manner of your death or how long you've been around? Like, are you really old? What did you choose for your origin again? What does it say for yours?
My origin is left to die.
Left to die. Okay, so you were left to die, and that's how you got turned into a ghost.
Yeah.
Like, how long have you been a ghost?
I think a very long time.
So is there a graveyard nearby then?
I was going to say, I think there needs to be some sort of old piece of architecture somewhere in the town that you're related to, right? That's important to your story. What is that? Like, is like the old house that's been abandoned for years.
I think it's like I was killed in an alleyway.
Okay, all right.
I think it's like these two like old buildings, like maybe one like like these two like old buildings that are like still kind of in use today, but like they're just older, and like in between the two is like this perfect like dark alleyway.
Yeah. Okay.
That's where I died.
The perfect dark alleyway. Good to know. Good to know.
Oh my gosh, I'm reading this character sheet.
Yeah, I know. There's some weird stuff.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, let's see. Okay, a vague idea. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna. So we've done that with in terms of like broad stuff. I'm gonna ask each of you a question about the setting, and we'll fill it in. So I think one thing we know for sure: this is a small town. All right, this isn't like we're not in a big city. We're not in a rural estate like place. This is, small town. I'd say maybe. Well, I guess this will be my question for Seth. So Seth, we're in a small town. Where in America are we? Like, are we talking about Midwest?
I actually have an idea. We're in Idaho Falls.
Okay.
Because that counts as someplace that's kind of like not a huge town, but a big town, and it has a nuclear site nearby.
Okay, cool, yeah.
Idaho
Falls?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, let's
someplace
not
like
say
that, though.
specific. Yeah, let's not have it be a specific place, but yeah, a place like that.
Yeah.
And so, can you describe a little bit more about Idaho Falls for all of our sake?
I spent an entire summer there, and I don't remember anything.
How many people like it constitutes a big town?
It's smaller than Boise, but past that,
So
I
it
was
must
only
be
there for.
tiny.
I was gonna say that's interesting reference there. Let's look.
I'm trying to say something that you guys would recognize.
61,000. That makes sense. Yeah. So it's not. It's about the size. It's about the size of Janesville. So where I'm from, yeah. So it's a town. It's not a city, certainly. Sounds good. Yeah. So reasonably big town. I'm down with it being in Idaho though, because that's where I live now. So, are we talking about like? Is Idaho Falls like in the kind of flat part of Idaho or bluffy part of Idaho or whatever it is?
If we on
Dry.
it's pretty much. You remember the road to Evermore? If on that one point where we started going to Utah, if we had instead gone another 3 hours just down that road, we would have been in Idaho Falls. So it's kind of along those lines of what
So
we were saying
dry, flat.
Yeah.
Plains.
It's not like that there, obviously, because people live there, but
Right. Yeah. Cool.
kind of deserty area.
Sounds good. All right. My dog is hearing another dog outside go crazy and is going crazy herself. Let's see. I'm trying to think of like what I should ask you, Emily, about the town. So we know it is a kind of dry town in Idaho. Let's see. What is so we're all teenagers. You all are teenagers. What's the most like important hip place for kids to go? Where do the kids hang out? Where do the teenagers hang out in this town? Right?
Oh my god.
Where do they go? Where do they go to have fun?
Emily's laughing. That worries me.
Yeah, I'm always worried myself when Emily has joy in her life.
Oh no, I was just thinking as you
Yeah, I realize, yeah.
as you were saying it, I was like picturing you just being like, "Hello, fellow kids.
I know, yeah.
Okay,
I'm looking for a happening place to go tonight.
Exactly, yeah.
Where do you guys hang
And that's the thing. Obviously, the kids don't refer to it like that, but like,
I think there's like a clearing, somewhere that people will like do like bonfires and stuff.
of course, yeah. That's the sort of thing I was hoping you'd say.
Like
Yep.
there's like a clearing with like obviously some woods around it.
Ooh, and like a little lake.
I guess there can be a lake.
Okay.
Doesn't
Okay.
have to be.
Sounds good.
Kidding.
Sounds good.
It'd be so romantic to have a lake there by the clearing.
So, okay. Sounds good. Sounds good.
What were you gonna say?
No, nothing. I was just trying to think through this in my brain, like figuring out like things to figure out. Sounds good. Okay, so it's like a clearing where people have bonfires. Sounds good. Let's see, Alyssa, what to ask? What is this town's claim to fame? Like, obviously we know a science lab exists, but like, what do people come here for if they come at all? Right? Is there anything important about this town at all? Is it
like why like tourists would ever come?
maybe not even
Or
that, but
just,
like you can even just say like it's primary export, or like the thing that most people, the company that most people work for, like just something that's like prominent about the town, like why people live here or come here.
Oof.
Like, is this the sort of place where, like, is there a college here? Is this
No,
like
this
a
is-
town? Yeah.
This is definitely the town where everybody, all the kids are like, I'm gonna get out of here.
Yeah,
one day."
get out of here. Yeah. Uh-huh.
What is it like that? I don't know. See, here's I feel like maybe this town was like a really like cute like little town like 50 years ago. It was
Yeah.
like that typical like 60s, like, oh yeah, like white picket fence kind of place. And then I got murdered and everybody was just like, this town's unsafe.
Yeah.
And then it just became like this little like, I don't know. Like
It's just slowly died. Yeah.
it's just like slowly dying out sort of
Yeah.
a thing. So there's like hardly like any teenagers here anymore.
Yeah, most of what's been described so far is basically Janesville.
A little girl got murdered and Jane.
No, but like there was the town is slowly dying. No, there's nothing to do really. Yeah.
I don't know. So yeah, I don't know claim to fame. Maybe most people go work at the nuclear power plant, kind of like
right.
kind of like in The Simpsons, right? Everybody goes works at the power plant.
Yeah. Sounds good. Cool. So let me write all this down. So, let's see, pop of 60,000. Everyone works at the nuclear power plant.
Someone said in the chat, Emily for president.
That's my mom.
Oh.
I figured the name was Mom the Bomb,
Yeah.
but didn't want to presume.
Excuse me, Mom the Bomb 7.
Hi, Mom.
That wasn't the part that made me think it was your mom. Oh, it's the 7. Must be Kayla's mom.
I mean, if you knew my mom, that username would have tipped you off. Yeah, so everyone works at the
By the way,
nuclear
Mrs.
power
Powers,
plant.
I'm very excited to meet you at the wedding.
Yeah. Did we say anything else? Oh, everyone. Let's see. The kids make bonfires at the clearing by the lake.
With little to no adult supervision.
Yeah.
It's kind of scandalous.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Let's see.
I feel like that sentence right there is part of like a middle schooler's attempt to write a story or something with no interesting detail or anything. And it's just like, what are they doing today? The kids make bonfires at the clearing by the lake. No punctuation.
Mm-hmm. So let's see. It has its notes here about, if you're playing with people who are veteran role players but who have mostly stuck to adventure games on high fantasy genre, emphasize what's different here. Monsterhearts isn't about rallying together as a party. It's about it's about exploring relationships and internal strife. It's not exactly player versus player, but it is certainly a game where characters hurt one another, make mistakes, and navigate social fallout.
So this is just like that musical game then.
I mean, it's based on the same engine. So yes.
Oh really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Just a reminder, this game is If you get a 6 or lower, you fail. You're rolling 2d6. If you get a 7 and 9, you succeed partially, and if you get a 10 plus, you succeed with flying colors. Let's see.
Excuse me, flying bats, because this is edgy.
Okay, sure.
We don't have
flying
color
gray flags.
The only color we have in this is gray and black and red.
I was about to say my eyes, are thirsty eyes. So they're clearly a red.
Exactly. I was
We're
including red.
bloodthirsty.
There's no color in my life.
All right. I will really quickly explain one of the mechanics of the game, which is strings. Strings represent the emotional power that you have over others. You gain strings on specific individuals and can spend them as a sort of currency during interactions with those individuals. Strings can be earned by turning someone on, shutting someone down, or in ways specific to each skin. Strings are abstract, reflecting a general shift in power within a relationship. There was no specific response demanded when someone gains a string, other than playing your character with authenticity as power dynamics are shifting. There's space to keep track of strings on the character sheet. The best way to use that space is to list the other characters, and then whenever you gain a string on one of them, you draw a little circle next to their name. When you spend the string, fill in the circle. And obviously there'd be a different way to do it on the digital ones, but you can figure out you'll want to say you'll want to note I have a string and now I've spent the string. Whenever you spend the string, there should be something in the fiction to explain the mechanical effect. If you're adding 1 to a roll against them, what's causing that effect? Do you utter some snide remark that throws them off balance? Or if you're tempting them to do your bidding, how do you use your emotional hold to do that? Do you dangle a juicy secret in return for their obedience, or is it your seductive allure that draws them in? Sometimes it can help to think back onto how you got the string in the first place. So strings are spent based on the pulling strings move. When you spend a string on someone, you can choose 1, tempt them to do what you want, give them a condition, add 1 to your roll against them, or add 1 to the harm you deal them. So those are the things that strings can do. Let's see. Moves. All of you will have moves that you get to choose on your character sheet here. And moves will work a certain way, right? Based on the trigger, right, on each of the moves. You'll be able to, so for example, Seth has, Alyssa has unresolved trauma. Whenever something brings to mind your death, you choke up and gain the condition traumatized if you don't have it already. So that basically means, right, well, we'll be playing along in the fiction, and as soon as that thing happens, the move triggers. Same with Limitless, you can walk through walls and fly, right? Whenever we come across a situation where you get to a wall and you need to go through it, you can do so. So on and so forth. Those will be pretty obvious. So let's go ahead and do stats and moves if you haven't already. And if you've already chosen...
I don't know what they are.
Okay.
Give me a second. This chair is getting uncomfortable.
If you've already chosen
broken
them...
chair to the rescue.
Yeah. So it should say in the skin reference sheet what you can choose for stats.
Yeah, what is hot versus cold?
So hot is the stat you're going to be rolling turn someone on with, and cold is the stat you're going to be rolling shut someone down with.
So is it those two?
And I can read off I can find the reference for what the moves are, all the basic moves. So turn someone on, you roll with hot. On a 10, gain a string on them, and they choose a reaction from below. On a 7 and 9, they can either give you a string or choose one of the reactions. And it's I give myself to you, I promise something I think you want, or I get embarrassed and act awkward. Shut someone down. When you shut someone down, roll with cold. On a 10 up, choose one from below. On a 7 and 9, choose one from below, but you come across poorly, and they give you a condition in return. They lose a string on you. And the choices are they lose a string on you. If they have no strings on you, gain 1 on them. They gain a condition, or you take 1 forward. And so shut someone down would be someone tries to come onto you or do something or whatever, try to become friends with you, or any sort of that sort of social thing that would happen. And then you're just nope, shutting it down. Keep your cool. When you keep your cool and act despite fear, name what you're afraid of and roll with cold. On a 10 up, you keep your cool and gain insight. Ask the MC a question about the situation and take 1 forward to acting on that information. On a 7 and 9, the MC will tell you how your actions would leave you vulnerable, and you can choose to back down or go through with it. Lash out physically. When you lash out physically, roll with volatile. On a 10 up, you deal them harm, and they choke up momentarily before they can react. On a 7 and 9, you harm them, but you choose one. They learn something about your true nature and gain a string on you. The MC decides how bad the harm turns out, or you become your darkest self. Run away. When you run away, roll with volatile. On a 10 up, you get away to a safe place. On a 7 and 9, you get away, but you choose one. You run into something worse, you cause a big scene, or you leave something behind. When you gaze into the abyss, name what you're looking for and roll with dark. On a 10 up, the abyss shows you lucid visions, and you take one forward to addressing them. On a 7 and 9, the abyss shows you confusing and alarming visions, but you get your answer nonetheless. Experience. When you fail a roll, mark experience. And then you can use experience to buy new moves. Pulling strings, when you already got that one. Healing, when you take time to tend your wounds. Once per session, you may heal one harm. If someone else is there with you, tending your wounds delicately and intimately, or perhaps with erotic subtext, you may heal an additional one harm. Yeah.
Gosh.
Yeah. Skirting death. When you take your fourth harm, die. To avoid death, erase all harm and choose one. Become your darkest self or lose all strings you have on everybody.
Can Alyssa's character die?
I mean, I assume it would just be like she ceases existing. She just fades into nothingness. There's also conditions, right? If you take advantage of someone's condition while making a move against them, you add one to your roll. A condition goes away when the character's suffering it, takes appropriate action to alleviate it. Also, you can have a gang, and a gang adds +1 to your rolls and harm as applicable. I'm going to find conditions real quick so we know what that is, or like what conditions you can get, unless there is nothing that says that. What are conditions? Here we go. Okay. Oh, interesting. Conditions represent your character's social situation and weaknesses. They're the things that people are saying and thinking about you that shape how you're treated or even how you see yourself. Conditions take the form of gossip, unsavory opinions, and interpersonal labels. Conditions are given to people through these various moves. So literally, it's like you get labeled a nerd or a diva. Like that's what the sort of thing is. It's like teenage gossip and labels.
Okay.
Well, I already know I have the one traumatized.
Does it say you get something?
Yeah. It says I gained the condition traumatized.
Oh, well, it's whenever something brings to mind your death, you choke up and gain the condition traumatized. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So that's definitely.
So I guess I don't just.
You don't have to start with it. Yeah.
I don't start with it. Okay.
No, but you can get it pretty easily. Yeah. Cool. So, has everybody looked at what stats they would like and what moves they would like to choose?
I'm thinking of the stats right now.
Should say on the Roll20 like how many moves you get to choose beyond the.
Yeah, it says 2.
Ones you start with. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I think those are definitely stats. The ones. So 2 moves.
What do I want? Do I want to be a helpful spirit or do I want transference?
I'm not sure I understand this one. When you take an action. Okay, wait.
Okay.
Okay. I think I get that
Wait,
one.
no, Alyssa,
What?
this is so sad. If you're a ghost, I can't feed on you.
What's a forward?
Forward means like so when you take one forward, it's like you take a +1 on your next roll.
I like that idea. It says when you screw up, give yourself an appropriate condition, take one forward. Are conditions good or bad?
Conditions are bad because people can use them against you.
Ooh, add 1 to any roll you make while lying. This is a rogue.
So wait, what conditions do we start with?
None.
Oh, we don't start
Yeah,
with any.
that's just something you gain in game. It's like taking like a
Okay.
consequence or whatever. Yeah.
Got it.
Oh man, Emily, your romance move. When you deny someone romantically, gain a string on them. When you are romantic, when you have intimate one-on-one time with them, lose all strings on them. Like you don't want to, you need to deny people.
Yes, I will deny everyone but Alyssa.
Oh, okay, I get this one then. So this one lets me get rid of conditions. That sounds good.
Yes.
So when I gain a condition, so I got better than nothing. When you gain a condition, mark experience. And blank canvas. When you take an action that embodies one of your conditions, allowing that condition to alter your sense of self, cross it off and add 1 to your roll.
Nice.
Okay.
Well, has everybody chosen their stuff?
Yeah.
Cool.
Think
I'll start with
so.
you. Let's start with you, Seth. What did you choose for your stats?
Oh, so I chose -1 for hot, -1 for cold, 2 for volatile, and 1 for dark, which it said was a good one for an erratic misfit. Their cold stat is low, making it hard for them to confront their fears or stand up to others.
Cool.
Oh, that's just in general, I think. Their cold stat for both of them is -1.
Yeah, and then you read off your moves already.
Yeah.
Do you want to just read through all the other stuff, like starting from your backstory?
You've been taking your social cues from someone, and doing so has taught you a lot about them. Gain 2 strings on them. And then
okay, I see. So wait a second. So we won't go through this yet because that's like with other characters. Got it.
okay.
So we'll wait on that actually.
Okay.
But yeah, so yeah, better than nothing when you get in condition mark experience. That's definitely going to be good for you, I think. Because then you won't have to worry. And then you have the other thing, you can get rid of conditions. So
Yeah. Seems like a good combination.
Seems like a combination for sure. What is your intimate move? Your romance move?
I haven't actually read it myself yet. When you are intimate with someone, both players secretly write down whether the intimacy was confusing or soothing for their character. If you reveal the same answer, both characters mark experience.
Nice.
I like the darkest self. I have read that. Your body is a prison. You don't belong inside of it. You need to put it in harm's way and make it suffer, just like it's made you suffer. There's got to be a way to cut yourself out of it. You need to meet your makers and hold them accountable for what they've done to you. To escape your darkest self, you must come to see how someone else feels more trapped than you do.
I'm concerned about you. I'm gonna go talk to the school counselor about it.
Nice. Cool. What was I just looking at? I was gonna say something. No, I've forgotten.
Must have been a lie.
Cool. Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. How do you pronounce your name again? Seth?
Greed.
Greedy. Okay. Emily, what is your character's name again?
Zaff Tresnor.
How do you spell that?
Daff
Okay.
Treznor.
Nice. Okay. Just put it on your the main part of your character sheet. Awesome. What's your stats?
I am hot 1, cold 2, volatile -1, and dark -1.
Nice. And what are your vampire moves?
My vampire moves are the feeding. I feed on hot blood direct from the source. If this is the first time they've ever been fed upon, we both mark experience. When I feed, I choose 2. I heal 1 harm, I take 1 forward, and or they definitely don't die. I choose 2 of those. And then my other vampire move is marked for the hunt. Feeding on someone establishes a preternatural bond. From that point forward, whenever you gaze into the abyss concerning their whereabouts or well-being, roll as if you had dark 3.
Nice.
Just gonna stalk some people I feed on. Don't worry about it.
Nice.
Well, I guess if you feed on like NPCs, you could do that then.
And we've already done your looked at your romance move there.
Yes. And then
What's
my
your darkest self? Yeah.
self. Everyone is my pawn, my plaything. I hurt them and make them vulnerable for sport, like a cat does with a mouse. Maybe I'll even drain them dry, though I'll certainly take my time first. I escape my darkest self when I'm put in my rightful place by someone more powerful than me.
Nice. This is gonna be interesting. You said your name is Iceland.
Yes.
Nice. Iceland, what stats did you choose?
Unresolved trauma. Whenever something brings to mind your death, you choke up and gain the condition traumatized if you don't already have it. Whenever someone helps you resolve this condition, you both mark experience. Transference. When you spend time truly listening to someone else's struggles, they heal one harm and then transfer their remaining harm to you.
Uh-oh. That could be dangerous.
Yep. Limitless. You can walk through walls and fly.
Nice. And what are your stats?
I'm sorry. -1 hot, +2 cold, -1 volatile, and +1 dark.
Nice, nice. What is your romance move?
When you have a romantic time with someone, you both get to ask a question of one another. This can be asked in character or player to player. They must answer honestly and directly.
Nice.
Wait, is it saying that you can just ask another player a question about them in real life?
I guess so.
I know. I think it just means like
Right.
It's
It
either
just means
it's either
like you don't. It doesn't
it's
have
either
to
a-
be in character. It
Yeah,
can be
I think
like.
I like that this game has an aspect of truth or dare in it.
unless it just says, Emily, I need to know. Yeah.
Emily.
Something
I need
about
to
you.
know now.
What is your darkest self, Alyssa?
You become invisible, unnoticeable. No one can see you, feel you, or hear your voice. You can still affect inanimate objects, but this is your only avenue of communication. You escape your darkest self when someone acknowledges your presence and demonstrates how much they want you around.
Yeah, you're gonna be stuck forever, aren't you?
I do.
Cool. I'm into this so far.
Actually, Caleb, I think I'm going to
Yeah.
change my transference. I think I'm going to change
sure.
it to helpful spirit. When you
Okay.
when you help someone resolve the condition, gain a string on them. I think I'm going to change it to
Got it. Cool. Sounds good. Let's see. We aren't gonna like go through every mechanic up front. We'll kind of go through as we go. But let's do backstories next then. So yeah, let's start with Gree. Go ahead and read off that first one, and then we'll see who fits the bill.
You've been taking your social cues from someone, and doing so has taught you a lot about them. Gain 2 strings on them.
All right, Emily, Alyssa, which one is it?
Hold on, he's been studying somebody.
He's been taking his social cues from someone, right? Because this is the thing. He is a blank slate. He doesn't know who he is. He doesn't have a backstory, anything like that. So he's just been going to this school and just like probably like imitating someone to get by.
Okay, hold up. We gotta determine this setting. Is this a normal high school?
I think it is. Yes.
Okay, so I can't attend. I'm assuming.
So I mean, I think
Or
you
am I?
can.
Or is this like Danny Phantom, where like
Yeah.
I'm like normal for the most part, but then like
I
can-
think you are legitimately a ghost, but like
Right.
it's the kind of thing where like it's not obvious enough that everyone immediately knows you're a ghost, right?
Okay.
There's like probably a weird like memory thing where like you've probably been in the same class for forever, this exact same homeroom or whatever, and like everyone forgets that you're there after
Right,
they
and
leave.
I'm like on a loop like every year.
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah, doing the same thing. Yeah.
got it. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
All
I
right,
mean-
I just wanted to establish that real quick.
What
Because if
happened?
I wasn't at the school, if I
You are,
if I was
yeah.
just like a creep in the background,
No,
like
we have to have
watching
everybody like involved in the
Okay.
same thing. I think.
Then
Yeah.
I was gonna say, yeah, I don't know. So I guess that's up to Seth.
I mean, I think it's up to you guys. Well,
Let's read the other one so we can just see who
Yeah,
it
that's
fits
fair.
for. Someone's seen through your invented past and realized it's all lies. They gain 2 strings on you. That would actually make sense for Alyssa's character.
Yeah.
Given how long she's been around.
So I get to, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. So I get plus 2 strings on you.
Yeah, and then so I guess then I would put my strings on Emily's character. How do I add 2 strings?
What does it actually give you?
It
as
just
options
adds
there?
like a little text box.
Yeah, it just adds up text.
Just,
I'll
just
just
I would
write
probably
your
just
name
write out
too.
2 strings.
Zaf 2.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly. Okay, so you've been taking your social cues from Zaf, and Iceland knows about your invented past.
Give me a second. Something sounded like it fell out. I need to make sure.
Sure. Cool stuff. Let's do Zaf then.
I'm beautiful. Gain a string on everyone.
Okay, nice.
Okay, all right.
So all that, add that.
I can see why Emily wanted to play this skin.
Look, I didn't. Once again, it doesn't matter what it said. I wanted to be a vampire.
Yeah.
And it just worked out. And then the second one is someone once saved my unlife. They gain 2 strings on me. I feel like that would probably be is it Iceland?
Iceland. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like Iceland, but without a D.
I feel like that would be Iceland because I feel like based on how Seth has described Gree, like I don't know how he would have saved my unlife.
Well, I mean,
No.
maybe it was something. It could be something like that. He's been following you, so he was like.
I think that actually makes sense
Oh,
because I think
yeah.
what if it's like your vampire
If
mentor?
he's gonna have 4 strings on me.
I think so.
He's
Oh, dang.
Right? I
Yeah.
think it was maybe like your vampire mentor or whatever is like stalking you and trying to like something like that. Maybe there's like tension between the two of you. And what's his name? Gree like helped you get out of a situation. Something like that. We can figure it out.
Yes,
Cool.
so that's my backstory.
Iceland.
Okay, someone knows that you're dead and how you died. They gain 2 strings on you.
Who is it? What do you think,
And
guys?
you've been
What's the other one?
Oh yeah, what's the other one? Yeah.
you've been inside someone's bedroom while they're sleeping. Take a string on them. I feel like I'd be most intrigued by Zaf. I feel like I already
You'd go into their bedroom, which is a
Yeah.
coffin or whatever.
yeah.
It doesn't have to be though.
It doesn't have to be.
Wow.
Well,
but
and then
also the phrase "while I was sleeping." Do I sleep?
I mean, yeah, vampire sleep.
Not in Twilight.
I don't.
Well,
the thing is, I don't know how Gree would know that I'm dead. I feel like Zaf would probably know that.
I would know.
I feel
that
like
how you
you're
died if like I had my
be both.
vampire mentor, who's been around for a lot longer.
right. That's what I was
How you
thinking.
died and
Or-
told.
Or like Emily's character, like she can smell that she has no blood.
Right. That's true. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
true.
Okay, so I gained 2 strings on you.
Yeah.
Cool.
But you
Yeah,
also
makes
have
sense.
to know how I died too. That's the other key. So you probably found out I was dead and then asked around.
Probably I find out that my vampire mentor killed you.
Probably I was actually thinking that. So
Yeah, we're on the same page here.
Well, then she would be a vampire unless she got killed.
no,
not necessarily. You can die
you can
from a
just
vampire
die
without.
look. It takes what I've learned from Twilight is that it takes a lot of control to, as a vampire, make another vampire because you taste the blood and you have to have the self-control to stop draining all their blood, which is very hard. Which also is why I took the feeding, so I can choose for somebody to definitely not die if I feed on them if I want to.
And so what was the one? So you've been in my bedroom as I sleep. put this in my notes.
It's raining very hard here.
Nice. All right, so the next thing we got to do is set up a seating chart.
Oh.
So what we're going to do is we are going to depict a high school homeroom showing where everybody sits and how they are seen by others. The seating chart is important for a few reasons. It introduces new characters, it allows you to establish additional relationships, and it draws out the petty high school drama early. Exactly, right?
Oh my gosh, I'm sitting in the back.
I mean, I have to sit in the back, right? Like I'm a ghost. I'm basically being unseen by people.
Mm-hmm.
We all sit in the back, and I think that's the problem. We're no matter who you play in this game, you're an edgy character. You're sitting in the back.
I can sit in the front. I sit in the front, the closest to the door, so I can just like slide in and slide out. I don't want to be here.
My pronoun is literally worthless.
So let's
sit in the back corner.
So you sit in the back corner. Which corner?
Furthest from the. Well, do we have a picture of what the seating chart looks like? Oh. You need something other than white. I cannot read that, or at least put a black background behind it.
I'm trying to figure out how to do it. What to use? What makes the most sense?
Okay.
Just drag it over to the black background on the left.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'd be in the opposite corner, in the back.
So like, if it's like, wait, it'd make more sense. How are we laying this out? Because I feel like the door would be in the top left.
It's gonna be top left. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Then I would be in this corner.
Why can't the door? Okay, wait. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I was thinking. Yeah, never mind. Sorry. That's fine. I'm thinking door.
You guys are orienting the room in a different way because I was doing it like.
That's what I was doing too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, top is the front of the class made sense.
Let's do this. Let's do this. I think this is how, because this is how normally a city chart would actually be laid out. Like,
yeah, because it's laid out from the teacher's
perspective. Yeah, exactly. So you're there.
Why are we saying this? Alyssa should be teaching us how to be a teacher.
That's true.
Where you're in the other corner, Iceland, I assume?
I'm actually kind of thinking that maybe I'd be like on like the window side. So like there, but maybe in like actually the middle, because like people tend to actually like group up in corners and other corners. So I'm just like in between both of the groups.
Sure. Yeah. You're in between two prominent like cliques.
Right. Sure. Exactly.
Cool. Sounds good. We got teacher up front. We'll figure out who that person is.
I'm going to be here.
Okay.
Like 2 rows in front of Iceland. So I can also brutally stare out the window while she can stare at the back of my head longingly.
Sounds good.
Okay.
So let's do this. I'm gonna like put in some placeholder.
It's a big classroom.
Depends on where you went to school, I guess.
That's actually quite a few rows. Yeah, there you go.
I'm trying to just figure out how to space them in a way that makes sense.
Look, Iceland, you have to be intrigued by me somehow enough to go into my bedroom at night.
Well, I think maybe what it is, right? You're probably the popular person, right? You're the mysterious popular person in the
I feel like maybe I was popular, and then summer happened, and then school came back in session, and I was somehow different, and people didn't know why.
Yeah.
I
still think you're popular, just like you're like by yourself kind of popular. Like, now they're like mysterious.
Yeah, I was like popular friendly before, and now I'm popular mysterious. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah, that's a lot of people in the classroom, Caleb.
I mean, we're not gonna like define every one of them.
I know, but like, okay.
We maybe just want like 5.
I don't know. I don't know how many.
30,
I'm just trying to fill in the space.
30 student room. I feel like 30 is a good number.
Yeah. That's what I was gonna say too.
So what does that mean then? 1, 2, 3.
So you need one more row.
Got it. Okay.
Column.
I'm sorry.
So one more. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. I get what you're saying.
Because you've got 6
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then you want 5. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, give me a second here. Let's do this in a way that hopefully makes sense.
There you go. That looks good.
Cool.
Looks better.
Cool. All right, let's figure out a few things. First, who is the teacher? What are they like? Someone answer that question for me.
It'd be my vampire person.
I was literally about to say that.
Oh no. Yeah, it could be.
Alyssa, we are so on the same wavelength here.
So what if I'm curious, what if we say that the vampire is a teacher at this school, but I don't think he's gonna be, or he or she
The
is gonna
one?
be the teacher for this homeroom
I
class.
kind of want it to be like some really like young chipper guy
That's what I'm thinking, right?
to kind of like offset the amount of edge that's happening
Exactly.
already.
So Mr. Who?
Mr. Who?
I'm fine with that.
No, I'm not gonna name him Mr. Who.
What? You have a problem with
What
Asian
about?
names?
Wait, no. Maybe he's young and chipper, but he has already graduated a lot of schooling, so he's actually Doctor Who.
No. I knew that joke was gonna happen, which is why I wanted to move on.
I didn't think of that. That was pretty.
All right, this guy is Mr. Murphy.
Mr. Murphy.
Classic.
Right.
Mr.
Wow.
Murphy. Yeah, I mean, I think what Seth said is true. He's chipper.
Is he young and
He's
chipper?
young.
So we probably call him by his first name, right?
Probably, yeah. Let's see. Nick.
Nick.
Mr. Nick Murphy.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, I think most of the people he's on first name basis with most of the class. I think people just usually call him Nick.
Mr. Nick.
Yeah, I think maybe that's the joke is people call him Mr. Nick. Sounds good. But he's very friendly, very very amiable. He loves his class, his students. Young, chipper. I think he's maybe I think he's probably handsome, right? I think like he's the kind of young teacher that the teenage
So
girls
the front row is
full of teenage girls
For
who are
girls.
interested in him. Yeah, exactly.
and Zach.
And Zap. Exactly. The only other guy that could take their attention away from Mr. Murphy. Yeah. Sounds
Maybe
good.
that's it. Like you're sitting in the front, like, no, they need to be looking at me.
No, I
You're good.
just didn't.
Let's see. Which one of you is the most popular? I feel like it's probably Zaf, right?
I mean, there's Zav, there's a ghost, and there's someone whose pronouns are worthless. So
Yeah.
I feel like it's not much of a question.
Okay. Well, so my question for you then, Zaf, is who sits next to you? Who sits right here, to your right?
Probably the most popular girl.
Probably the most popular girl.
I mean, like, also my answer. The most popular girl.
Okay.
We'll
sounds
name her
good.
Amy.
All right, Amy. And now is that IE or a Y?
A Y.
Okay.
I know who sits next to me, but we'll get there.
All right. So we got Amy.
And then I think that there should be, like, maybe like a guy behind me who really wants to be my friend and also has a crush on Amy. But
Okay.
Amy's really obsessed with me and I don't really care about her.
Sounds good. Perfect.
To be like
We'll
kind of
call-
is obsessed with me, but kind of also hates me. Those kind of vibes.
yeah, we'll call him Todd.
Todd, love it. Todd and Zach.
Not Chad.
No, it's
No,
Todd.
no.
He's not a popular guy. He wants to be.
I was
but
about to
he's
say,
not.
and Chad's the name of a douchebag, so
Exactly. Yeah.
I
he's
wasn't sure if we're going that route.
I've only met one Chad who is not a douchebag.
I know a nice Chad, but we won't go down that road. That's irrelevant.
So Seth, who is the person who sits next to you, and why are they also really edgy?
Oh, I wasn't going that route at all.
Okay,
I wasn't going
go
that
ahead.
route at all. See, what I was thinking is the nerd sit next to me.
Right, of course, yeah.
Because, like, The thing is, I grew up in a lab. I'm smart. I know what I'm doing.
Sure.
So they're like, oh yeah, you're the nerd. Let's hang out together. And I'm just like, I don't want them, but they don't hang out with anyone else, and they're not like at all put off by my edge because they're socially awkward and don't care.
Okay, sounds good. We got Ben Pearson next to you.
Not Shapiro.
No. What?
Sorry, that's the first name that came to my head.
Yeah,
But also, I feel like Ben Pearson is the kind of name where you have to say Ben Pearson.
Exactly.
Like, it's not just like, hey, there's Ben. It's like,
no, it's
oh,
Ben
hey,
Pearson.
there's Ben Pearson.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No one calls him just by his first name.
Yeah, no.
But for the purposes of this seating chart, I'll just put him as Ben. So real quick, I'll put these names down as we go on here too, right? So we got Mr. Nick Murphy. We have Amy. Let's see, Amy Baker, I think her last name is.
Oh, that's a perfect name.
And then we have
Todd.
Let's see. I'm just trying to think of a good last name for him.
Todd Molo.
Molo.
Mueller, maybe.
Muller. Let's do Todd Muller. That's
Todd
a good one.
Muller.
I like
Todd
where
Muller.
you're going with that, though, Alyssa.
Ben Pearson. So let's see. Who is the douchebag of the class? And where does he
Did
sit?
we name them Chad?
Well, we'll give him another stereotypical name. Maybe not Chad, but yeah. So who's this dude and where does he sit?
Probably he probably sits like right here.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Okay.
Or even like maybe the row in front of that, but definitely this area, like this column, so you can have people on both sides of him. And his name is
I don't know. Max keeps coming to my mind.
That's actually the one I was thinking of too. Let's do Max.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. So his name is going to be Max Manning.
Yeah.
So Max Manning.
a good alliteration.
Max Manning, the double M. Nobody called him that, but
Do they call him Eminem?
Eminem. That's probably his.
No, they really don't. No.
I think he likes to call himself Eminem, but
no,
nobody
it doesn't catch on. Yeah,
It doesn't catch on. Nobody
But
likes
like he
that
doesn't
name.
get made fun of for it because
Yeah,
he's so popular.
exactly. Yeah. Who are his two lackeys? Who hangs around him all the time? Like the main wingmates of him.
Wingmates.
Brett.
I'm trying to think.
No,
Wingmen. There we go. That's the word I was
Not Gret. What's the word I was looking for?
Brett.
thinking. Brett.
Brett.
Okay, we
No,
got a Brett.
it was a G name. I'm trying to think of what it was, but no, not another one. Cause
So one of them is
Garrett?
yeah, Brett Graves and Garrett Daniels. And they're his classic, also slightly less douchey, but still jerks.
we should move them forward one row.
Yeah,
Or
that's
else
what I was
they're
kind of
gonna have the
thinking.
lackeys sitting by the nerds.
Makes sense.
That's as soon as I put him in the back, I was like, maybe one forward.
Yeah, that seems like.
And then
Yeah,
more
and then
people
one of
can
them is
surround.
like obnoxious behind like Iceland.
Okay, sounds good.
Actually, would it make more sense like if we said that this is like a group of 4 like back here that Brett would actually like be down here also, and then there'd be like one other person
Where were you looking at?
like
Oh,
down
like
here.
the-
Like if we
yeah,
said
yeah.
that this was like a group, wouldn't it make
Yeah,
more sense?
that
to
makes
put
sense.
Brett
Yeah,
back there too.
let's do that. Cool. And this other person isn't as important, but they do exist
Yeah.
technically. We don't want to name everybody, but
Yeah.
I was gonna think Ben has like a chubby nerd friend as well.
of course, yeah. Sounds good. I think he sits in front of you, and so they're always talking like diagonal of you, and so you're always just kind of in the middle of their conversations.
How annoying. The worst.
Chet.
Chet, you betcha.
I was thinking from Hardy Boys, but
Oh, well,
Mm,
I was thinking from Fairly Odd Parents, so
right, yeah.
Dims Dimmadale, whatever that thing is.
The Dinsdale Dimmadome.
owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome.
Yeah.
Would you like some blubber nuggets?
Zach. No.
Zap Brannigan. That's
Oh,
from.
I was gonna say Zach.
I think his name is going to be Noah.
That yeah.
And
like
he is Noah Henderson.
We need some more females up in
That's what I was about to say. Is
The
I
whole
said we need
front
girls
row is
around you.
the whole front row is girls.
Yeah, the front row is girls. They're
Let's
just
let's do this then. So Amy is probably like stereotypical popular girl. Who is the nice popular girl in this row, right?
She's probably not by them. Because I was thinking Amy probably has her lackeys too. In
That's
front.
fair. Yeah.
A bit to the left of it.
Who's the girl that everyone likes and they can't help but like, and she is legitimately that nice, but she's also ridiculously pretty as well.
Darla.
Darla, of course.
I can't hear
Darla
that
just
without
sounds
thinking
like
of.
from Nemo.
We don't have to use
I like that. No, I like that. Let's do Darla.
Oh, I'm not going to be able to picture her as anything but a small girl with headgear.
I see. Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, Darlene.
Yeah.
Let's
that's what I was like.
let's name her Jenny then.
Jenny.
No, I can't do that.
Jenny.
Jenny.
All right. Apparently
How
not.
about Darlene?
No, Darlene is
Kinda
also
worse.
not great.
How about
Cassie.
Cassie's
Sure.
a
Go
good,
Cassie.
nice girl name. Yeah.
I've
her-
known several nice Cassies in my life.
yeah. Let's say your name
Cassie
is
Cage.
Cassie Love.
and Cassie?
My
pulled the
gosh.
trigger.
That's now like
If we're go, hey,
stripper.
my name is Greed.
Okay, fine. We can change it.
I'm just saying if you put love at the end of somebody's
you're right.
name, it sounds like a stripper name.
Let's do Cassie Chandler. That sounds like a nice girl name.
Yes.
Okay, let's see. I think let's say there's, who's the other edgy, like, you know, what's the name? The person who's probably smoking at the back of the school sometime, you know, that sort of person. Who's that person in this crowd, and what is their name?
Isn't that like us?
Right, but they're probably a normal person, right?
They're human.
Exactly. The person who pretends to be edgy but would probably be scared out of their mind if they actually knew how edgy you guys were, right?
The name that comes to my mind is Blaine.
Mm-hmm. We could do that. Where do they sit?
The chair that I was thinking about, right by the door, so they can run out.
Right. Okay.
Oh, I figured the doors were on this side. But I guess
Nah,
you're
it
right.
That's
would-
where the window is.
Nah, it would be. It'd
Yeah.
be
Windows
weird.
are on the right. Yeah.
Okay. We didn't label them, so I wasn't sure.
Well, Iceland said that she was sitting next to a window. So
True. I had forgotten.
From the sounds of it too, it does sound like this classroom is very white.
It is.
I mean, we
Idaho.
are in Idaho.
It's fair. Yeah.
Well, no. How about this guy's? Okay, this is gonna sound. Okay, this is gonna sound wrong out of context.
Yeah. Go ahead.
But we do have a high Mexican population.
Okay. Yeah. Let's make this person. Let's do.
No, I feel weird making the edgy.
It's fine. It's not. We're not doing a stereotype. It's just like it happened to be the person we
also,
chose.
who's assuming these people's races?
Yeah.
Any of
I
these
mean,
people
yeah,
could be
it's
anyone.
true. It's true. I'm just saying it sounds white.
Cassie could be black.
True.
Amy could be Asian.
True. Also true. Yeah.
What do you Zap Tresnor? What kind of is that?
I don't know. I'm
Like,
trying to find a good.
It's probably green.
He could be literally anything, and also he's just pale. No matter what race he is, he's very pale.
Mhm. It's easier to get away with to be a vampire when you're white, though. Is what I'm saying.
I mean, in Twilight, there are vampires of many races that
I mean, yes.
that look the same as
I mean, I guess that's fair.
the rest of the race.
I'm just trying to find a good name for this person.
I thought we had said Blaine. Well, Blaine.
Want there
Well,
to
if
be
he's, I want to give him an actual like Hispanic name though, or at least a
Adrian.
Spanish last name.
I want there to be a counter of how many times I go.
Javier.
Oh,
in
let's
Twilight.
okay. Let's call him. Let's have his first name be Brandon. I think that's a good name for that sort of person.
To
But
have
then-
his last name be something like
Mar-
Hispanic, like Leja or Valdez.
let's do Martinez.
I was thinking that too.
Yeah. So Brandon Martinez. Okay, I feel like maybe one more person.
Well, we need Amy's lackey.
That's true. I don't know. I feel like her lackeys are nameless, right? She just has a crowd of gals that follow her, but that never say anything because she takes the spotlight
One
all
of
the
them
time.
has to be named Brittany, though.
I mean, yes, but like I just don't think they're important, right? Like it's just like a gaggle of girls who follow
How
her.
dare you say that about Brittany? Leave
I'm
Brittany.
sorry. It's a name that popped in my head. Who? No, we knew someone. I don't remember, but I remember knowing a Brittany that we called Bratney.
Who is the awkward shy girl who definitely has a crush on Gree? Veronica, yeah. And I think she sits probably next to Cassie.
Because Cassie's the only one who's nice to her.
Yeah, Cassie's very nice. So we got Veronica. Let's do Veronica Green.
Yeah, that fits. Yeah.
Cool, awesome. Well, there we go. We got some drama going on there.
We can fill more in if we need to.
Yeah, and we will for sure. Let's see. I'm. Okay, so I'm gonna ask a couple of like leading questions about some of these people just to fill out more about them. So
Are you writing down which each of these people are too? Like,
probably should.
yeah, I was gonna say we're gonna
based on
forget.
the seating chart, I can keep track of everybody.
I'll note it after the session. For my own notes.
And after this, you're going to have 5 pages of notes on this, and only 4.5 from your Terranolia's reading.
Yeah. So, all right. Why did Cassie miss so much school last year? Cassie's a nice girl.
Her father got in an accident.
Okay. All right. She had to like take care of him. Is it just her dad basically?
Like
Mom's
her
not in the picture.
No, I don't think so. Like she had to stay home with her mom and help take care of their dad for a while.
Okay. All right. Cassie missed school last year taking care of her dad who was in an accident. Sounds good. Last summer, what did Brandon get arrested for?
He just thinks he's edgy. Is that what we said?
Well, he is edgy, but like compared to you guys, not at all. Right?
What did you say, Emily?
B&E, breaking and entering.
Okay. Where did he break and enter?
Oh, the school to steal test answers.
Okay, sounds good.
Speaking from experience, Alyssa, had this happen? I meant like she saw this happen at her school, not like she did it.
Wait, did he get arrested stealing test answers with a group of other kids who were stealing them for like the SAT? That's like a Disney movie or something, right?
Right.
They were not edgy at all, those children.
Breaking into the school to steal test answers. And I think what probably happened is he was rolling with the actual cool edgy kids in the school, and they made him take the fall for it. Like he was the guy who got caught when everybody else got away from it.
I just feel like that's not even edgy though.
See, I was thinking like he tried to do that to get their approval, maybe.
Well, wherever they did break and enter, we can figure out a different place they broke and enter, or like a reason why they did. But I think no matter what, Brandon is like the kid who wants to be with the edgy crowd and is kind of on the outskirts of it, and he took the fall for them last summer.
Sounds good.
Cool. What are the rumors about Ben's family? Are they true?
Ben.
You
Which
mean
one was
Ben Pearson?
Ben Pearson, yeah, the
Oh,
nerd.
the nerd.
No, I'm gonna change the person for this. What are the rumors about Todd's family? Are they true?
Oh, Todd.
Todd's the guy who sits behind you and has a major crush
His
on
dad
you.
is. Wait. Oh, Todd, not Max. See, I'm already getting these people confused.
And did you say Todd hangs out with you, Zaf? Or he wants to?
He hangs around me. I don't really hang out with anybody.
Yeah,
He hangs around me.
got it. Okay. Yeah. What are the rumors about Todd's family? Are they true?
His dad, his mom is cheating on his dad.
I was gonna be like some sort of parental affair with like somebody in the school or like a teacher or something.
With one of the teachers. Yeah. Todd's mom had an affair with one of the teachers. Is it true? Is that rumor true?
It's happened in Idaho. Well, that was a teacher.
I'm sure it's happened plenty of places.
At my high school, there was a teacher who had an affair with a student. So.
Oh right, yeah. I mean, there's also lots of those stories too.
I would say probably
I said yes.
no. I was gonna say no.
My
Alyssa?
vote's yes.
Okay, sounds good. The rumor is true.
Because
Sounds
why
good.
not? Let's be as edgy as possible.
That is true. That is true. Pretty edgy, fight me.
Okay. Let's see. So Iceland, you said you are really interested in Zaf, or at least interested enough to go into their bedroom and watch them while they're
I
sleeping.
mean, like, I'm intrigued by him, I think is
Okay.
maybe a better word. Like, I'm just like, something's different about him.
I'm not like normal.
Right. I'm trying to think. I feel like there's one other person in the homeroom who like interacts with you on a semi-regular basis. Who is it? And how do they interact with you? Because like the people who are in this homeroom know that you exist and act like you're a real person, right? But it's just
I'd like to think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good.
I was thinking maybe Garrett right behind me. Maybe
Okay.
he's like one of the lackeys, but he's kind of like the nice lackey who
Yeah.
like
Or at least nice
is
to
kind
you.
of soft,
Yep.
a little bit.
There's always one.
There's always one, right? And he's like intrigued by me because I'm always staring out the window.
Uh-huh. Yeah, for sure. I feel like in an anime, Garrett is the main character of the anime, right? Right, and he's like intrigued in you and
I'm the mysterious.
has a jerk for a friend, but
Right.
wants to be, and is like nice enough that all the girls fawn over him, but not nice enough that he's actually a good person.
Right.
But yeah, he's an anime protagonist for sure. Probably his blue
So I
hair.
think
But, like-
he interacts with me on a semi, just like, he'll like acknowledge my presence,
Yeah.
which is like more
Yeah.
than anybody ever.
Mhm.
Besides Zaf, maybe, but I don't even think Zaf really acknowledges my presence that much.
Cool.
I think Zaf is like, I don't know, maybe you can correct me if I'm wrong, but you're kind of aloof. I don't know.
Sounds good. Cool. Well, let's go ahead and do this. I think we probably have enough to just start a scene and just kind of see where it goes, right? So let's take a break and we'll come back and we'll start something. It'll be the start of something new, as they say.
Feels so right to be here with you. Oh.
All right, we'll be back with more Monster Hearts right after this. Stick around.